Welcome back to Super Adventure Island 2, and we're ready to start the 5th island. King, lay it on me, what I gotta do? And remember, Higgins, you'll find your new skills work well on islands traveled before. That's never hesitate to return, as you're likely to learn new ways of the world. Save her now and I'll do you right. I'm not gonna tell you anything about the 5th island, just go to other places. Go explore. Celebrate the fact that you can lift your sword above your head. And then go take a nap. You've earned it, Higgins. As you've probably realized, I just really like saying Higgins with a very dramatic tone. Higgins! When I used to play in Saturn Bomberman tournaments at PAX, back when PAX existed, it was a thing that existed. I used to like playing in the Saturn Bomberman tournaments there, and every time I picked Higgins, or if someone was playing as Higgins and they did great, I always go, way to go, Higgins! Higgins! Getting the wins! Good job, sir! Tina, I'm going to bed. Tell me what to do. It's awfully nice that Higgins gets a lot of sleep here. He's resting up properly for having to get ready to go to the pyramid. Can anybody hear me? I get bad cell reception down here in this dungeon slash basement slash I don't know where I am anymore. I'm stuck in the basement of a pyramid in Salazar Island. God, why is it always a basement? I don't understand. How many islands have basements here? First, you must find the moon switch, but be sharp. The pyramid has more than 50 gates. Use your head, or you'll be dazed and confused. The legendary axe is near the boss man's room. The boss man? Jump down to the right and get ready to fight. That actually was way more helpful than I expected, and also not that helpful. It literally said, find the switch you needed to find anyways. Fine, let's go. Now, since I thought ahead last episode, we can just warp there. Not that it was really that far. But let's just save ourselves some time here. We're actually just completely done with the overworld until we need to go to the final zone. So from here on out, we don't even need to hear that awesome tune, which sucks, because I really like that tune. But now we head towards the deadly pyramid of island whose name I forgot and should have checked before I walked in here. Therefore, completely negating the fact that I took the shortcut and forgetting that I really usually went there anyways to remember the name. I'm pretty sure it's like Pura Pura, because I think it was a play on pyramid. Sala! Oh no, I'm wrong. It's the Salad Island. It could also be for salamander. I'm pretty sure it's for salamander, or it's another translation for like sand or heat. Because isn't the land that Daisy's from a similar word or similar sounds? Either way, we're in a pyramid now. The pyramid, unlike the last stage, has a better map. The downside is, of course, it's got a lot of gimmicks. Let's start looking around. One of the ones that Tina mentioned was the fact that there's warps. There's a lot of warps. There's 50 doors to go through, which I wasn't aware of. I thought it was much less. But that actually, I think, does check out. There are definitely a lot of doors. And then there's this weird thing here. Now, depending on what color it is when you walk on, you might be worried you're gonna take damage on it, but this is actually a springboard, and the color of the blocks dictates how much you bounce. And you can probably tell why the red color is red, because right into the spikes. And the spikes definitely hurt on this stage. They're one whole heart of damage with your aqua armor. So be very careful. Well, we definitely need the moon switch. And we've only got one way we can go. Let's fart our way up here and fight a very big chin. That's a huge chin. This room right here. You will learn to hate this room because you will be experiencing it a lot on a blind playthrough, unless you know right where to go. I will do my best to avoid it as best I can, but we are gonna have to just kind of deal with it a couple times at least. Some more doors we can't do anything with yet. We can finally upbreak these, but can't reach that treasure chest either, so we'll have to wait on that. Another set of doors. What can this one do? Ooh, what do we got? The moon switch will open the path to the basement, but beware of false gates. Again, you will hate that room. That's their subtle way of saying, get ready for mazes. All right, we need a star switch for this one, which is actually one we turned off on a previous island. Since this is the moon switch here, so we'll have to go figure out that later. Thankfully, it's a lot easier in this episode, which I'll explain why later. The moon switch is at the very top of the pyramid. Switch it on, and now we can actually accomplish something in the stage. We can accomplish getting to a dead end, because apparently I forgot which way to go. Oops. My bad. Can't do that yet. Can't do that yet. Big chin. Now we can go this way. We can go to the right, and that's why they said it leads to the basement. However, I'm gonna run back over here first. First off, this is safe now, so I don't have to worry about that. Second, because that switch is triggered, that block no longer falls, and we can actually get through here. Is it worth the trip, though? Tune in to find out. But you've already tuned in, so good news. You're about to find out. The answer is sort of. We got another magic bottle, which means we've got the level 7 spell, which is Blaze. Summons a fire attack. It's just a more powerful blizzard. But I'll use it. I'll show it off. I'm gonna give, I don't know if this one flashes as much as Blizzard does. Obviously flashing warnings have been going up when they've been needed, as long as I'm aware that they've been needed anyways. But I don't know about this one for sure, because I actually honestly didn't use these spells much playing through here. Oh, yep, definitely. Okay, definitely needed. Tasty. Great for attacking enemies, not great for your eyes. But we're only one magic spell away, or one magic ball away from having all the spells. What could the last spell possibly be? Could it be something useful? Considering the last few kinda haven't been? Oh, invincibility's not that bad, actually. We'll find out. I'm sure we're gonna find that container this episode anyways. Here we go. This is this headache maze. You have 3 columns you can fall down. Each one has 3 doors inside of it. One here you can break with your down stab, and 2 below this second set of digging rocks. I'm gonna take you through all the ones that have secrets, which should be the shortest path theoretically. But if you fall down in one of these tunnels, you know you're on the right track. This one leads us to the Crystal Sword, our next weapon. The Crystal Sword, stronger than mere metal. It matches our armor perfectly, except we still have this blue shield. And then we get spit out here. There you go, 2 hits to kill those guys now, nothing too shabby. And 1 hit for everything else. Very powerful sword. So, that does still leave us with 8 doors to check. Now here's the thing, I remember the correct ending one. The ending one's actually pretty obvious to remember, and pretty easy to remember in the grand scheme of things. This one down here, I'm gonna have a 50-50 shot. I might goof this. I didn't goof it, excellent. That gets us a life bottle. There we go, more health. 4.5 hearts. And this spits us back out here. So as far as I remember, there are only 3 things in that maze that you need to worry about. The Crystal Sword, a life bottle, and the actual exit. The actual exit is the easiest one to remember, simply because it's the farthest one to reach. You go all the way to the left, and then you go all the way down, and then to the left again. So the bottom leftmost door is the way out. Fall in the other tunnel, and we're set. However, there's always a catch. It's never that simple. We still have a bit of actual room to run around in. You can see the maze we've gotten past finally. All this leads to the top of the pyramid. Which apparently is a lot bigger than I remember it being. There we go. But it leads to yet another mini maze of sorts. It's very straightforward until you get here. Because you can go back and do this to get some treasures, but if you're not careful, you end up doing that. God, I forgot how weird the hitbox is for this move. There we go. 2,000 coins, nice. What's that put us at? 4,000. Still not even halfway to getting that shield yet. Here's the other thing, put this too far, and you actually have to take the long way back, except you gotta go in the door anyways. To activate a warp. This warp leads us back here. This looks a little familiar, doesn't it? The water switch. Let's just go ahead and turn that on now. Hopefully I did that correctly and didn't screw that up. But now the water switch is on. And the trade-off, though, unfortunately, is that cylinder's gone and we need to go all the way through the maze yet again. I'll see you on the other side. All right, there we go. Now, we can move the cylinder. We got all the treasures over there, and we got the shortcut built. Yet more going through the same paths, and now we're finally outside of the pyramid. And our treasure for doing so is the sauna, which means we now have a warp point. And now that we're outside the pyramid and past it, now let's climb yet another pyramid. This one, of course, also has a warp maze, but not as bad. Nowhere near as bad, thankfully. And also, ooh, what's that? Ooh. What could that possibly be? I don't know, but there sure does seem to be a lot of switches here from the previous islands. You can skip that bottom one, and if you can time your jump right, you don't have much room to do it. With a run, you can actually make it on that platform. As you can see, it's a little finicky. There we go. Unfortunately, you do need star and sun on to get all the way up there, so we can't get that treasure chest just yet. Let's check out what's over here. Unsurprisingly, the last of the altars. We can't do anything here. Oh, none of that. So let's go to the left. What do we got over here? Giant chins, dead bats, paths I can't reach up there, and a switch that we also can't reach. Okay, so we need to get in there somehow. What does this door lead to? Another pillar. You'll need the legendary axe to fight the boss. You don't actually need the axe. The treasure box is hidden in the top floor of the pyramid. So, I gotta go down to get up. Let's go for a ride. Deadly spike room, unsurprisingly. Very deadly. Here's the downside to the deadly spike room. You can't use magic when you're on spikes, because it doesn't count as floor. And also because you can't use spells when your invincibility frames are on. So, standing on the spikes means you better fucking run or you get a game over. Let's take this door. What does this lead to? Oh, good. Absolutely nothing. So let's not use that door ever again. Now, there's a shortcut actually to where you need to go, but I think it's just easier just to ride the rails here for a bit. Just to show you what we gotta do. So obviously skip door 1. We found out it's pretty useless. There's door number 2. Maybe that'll lead somewhere helpful. Door number 2 leads to falling path. I held the wrong direction. Shit. Well, guess what we're doing again? Fortunately, as you might have realized, this room isn't that big. So if you just run from here, you're right back at the door. Much faster. All this for another cave and the other shortcut. Welcome back to the ice stage. You know what? Since we're here, how about we get that one treasure chest we missed, huh? And hey, there's that star switch we've been needing. How convenient. So I don't know how well you remember this at this point, because I don't actually know what rate these videos have gone up. It could be weeks since we've been back here in this stage. It could be days, I don't know. But no matter what, over here, there was one treasure chest we couldn't reach because we needed upstab. And conveniently, we got it when we got to the 5th island. So I'm gonna run all the way over here. Look how little damage we're taking now. It's really nice. This is very comforting to see that. And we got that chest. That was the star switch one. But right here. We didn't get a life bottle. There we go, 5 full hearts. We're almost at max health. 6, I believe, is the maximum. So we've got 2 containers left to get, because we were told there are 9 life bottles out in the world. And we bought 1, which apparently doesn't count in the count, so we have 8 otherwise, but 7 minus the one that we bought. So we'll be there soon. I guess we haven't really, there might be one. We already got the one in the castle, or in the pyramid. So there might be another one to worry about. But we need to turn on this star switch. Which unfortunately means, if you remember this island, a lot of backtracking, because we have to do this. We turn it back on. Can't go that way. I fell a little too far because I forgot the floor is broken here. We need to climb the tower all the way back up again. Fortunately, I can just kind of tank this now, so we don't need to worry too much about it. Just kill who we need, because everything dies in one hit at this point now, because we've gotten pretty powerful. Alternatively, we could just leave the stage with wing, or with warp, with feather rather, and then use wing to get back to the sauna. That's the important thing too. If you want to use the magic to get there quickly, you can do that. Otherwise, like, it's a bit of a headache, but nothing too bad to just run back up. Because at least this will spit you right back where you want to be. Instead of having to climb the pyramid again. Note how you need the fire sword to break this ice though, so we do have to at least run around that. Oh hey, I didn't fall for that stupid jump again. Look at me, actually progressing. That's impressive. Learned a lesson today, hooray. Turning on the star switch again re-enables this platform. So now we can jump back over here. We take the fake floor and then break this floor here. Don't get hit with snowballs if you can help it. Couldn't help that one. And now we're back on Sand Island. Sala Sala. Not that was really the most helpful, since falling down here just spits you back here. We still need to find that last mysterious door. Now this is actually where Tina's hint comes in handy. Remember when we talked to Tina earlier in the beginning of the video, she mentioned that you should go down right to meet the boss. I think either I'm forgetting how that was worded exactly, or it's actually a bit more subtle than they realize, because you don't actually have to go down right to meet the boss. You do have to go down right down here to get the platform to get up there. But there's the door right there. What Tina is actually referring to at that point, I forgot how long this platform takes, so I timed this horribly, I'm sorry. What Tina's actually referring to is right past this. Here's the door. Here's the path below. Down right of the boss door is the path up here. With this in place, we can finally hit this switch. Which you might be confused what this actually does, but if you're either patient or if you're like me, you're stupid, left the room and came back, don't worry, like I said, I actually did do this. A platform will appear right here. There's no hint to it otherwise, but if you get far away enough and come back, it's magically there, it just doesn't spawn in for some reason. So I can understand being confused right away. Because I definitely was. Ride this platform all the way up to a door you couldn't reach before. And finally, the legendary axe is yours. Whee! The legendary axe. You think it's a melee weapon. Good news for Adventure Island enthusiasts. It's the old projectile axe throw. It's actually Higgins' normal attack in the other Adventure Island games. So it works just as such. Very helpful for if you want a little bit more range, but obviously, Higgins can only throw so far. But it does decent damage. Deals with small mobs at about the same strength of a sword. Your current sword anyways. I should forget how many swords or how many axes it takes to kill this guy. If this is 2 axes, then it's the same strength. Same strength, all right, cool. So let's go and deal with the final boss of this island. Just keep hucking axes. All right, here we go. Oh, perfect, got a full magic heal right in front of it. The boss of the island is a mummy because pyramid, get it? Now, the game specifically tells you you need the axe to fight the boss. You don't. It's easier, quote unquote, but you can just stab the hands. No problem with your sword, and I highly recommend it. If you do the fastest way you have to attack, go with that. I think the axes might give you slight more DPS, and really you can just huck them when you're over there. Now it's about the same because of iframes. You just have to run underneath the boss to kind of bait out the hands. That scarf moving around, that little piece of fabric, will damage you. This is the important thing to keep in mind. And I think that's specifically why they recommend you actually use the axe instead of a sword. But it's really kind of more convenient and easier to track if you're using the sword. One hand gone. Well, now we only have one hand to worry about. Obviously, it's a lot more straightforward. Both hands gone. Now, what do you think you have to do next? If you said stab him, hey, good news. You figured out how this game works. So you don't even need the axe if you don't want to use it. I'm pretty sure you can damage the boss with the sword and you don't need to get the axe at all. But the axe does make it easier to hit because you can stay farther away from the little piece of cloth that's swinging around here. Case in point, there, took some damage from getting greedy with the axe. Or with the sword. The axe will give you a little more range, but you're still kind of close to getting hit. It is a little safer though. And now the final form, which is just, you know, a floating head. Which turns out, pretty good to use the sword against. Piece of cake. I didn't check to see if you absolutely need the axe to fight the boss. I'm pretty sure as a kid, I went in with the sword and didn't get the axe. But here, I'll double check it, so we'll pop them on screen. If you need it, I'll do a cutaway, and if you don't need it, you'll just see text on screen. And now, let's find out what we've earned. The Elven Flute. That's not a stone. Higgins, yet again, hears a voice, the same voice he's heard over and over. Could have loved me. Now I remember I was on a raft going on my honeymoon. The man I loved was ... the king. What did you say your name was again? Higgins, and you're my Tina. I remember it all, the raft and the storm and being torn apart from you and getting amnesia and finding armor and like fighting weird things. Did you know there's a squid that just like colors the ink around it but somehow still is visible? It's really weird. Did you know there was a mummy in this temple? It's crazy. That's right, I knew your voice sounded too good. But Higgins, you've gained a bit of a gut since then. There has been no food on this island, Tina. I don't know what you think. Also, I'm wearing armor. You're probably not used to me wearing suits of armor. Oh, but I'm so very happy to be with you, Higgins. Aside from making fun of your chubbiness. It's you, it's you, it's you. Finally, everyone's memories are back. That little horn, that's a celebrating horn. We did it. So, now what? Let's go back in here for a minute. Here's the issue we have right now. We, according to this game, now that we have the Elven Flute, we can go back to every island. The game doesn't quite tell you this unless you again go talk to the king. Tells you, it's a stone shaker. Sweet. I mean, that's great and all, but we can't use it right now. So we have a couple things we can do here. Problem is, do I remember them in the correct order? Survey says not really.
Number one answer.
First and foremost, First and foremost, I'm gonna go back here because I believe I didn't actually get this thing we needed the star switch for, right? That should be, no, that's not over here. One of these we needed the star switch for, right? There it is, okay, cool. I knew we hadn't got this yet. Star switch item. Another magic bottle, which means we have all of our spells. What do we get all that for? Cure. Full recovery from damage. The last spell we get is a full heal. Now you might be wondering, why does the game have 2 heals? Well, the fact of the matter is this. Like I said earlier, recovery for 2 magic blocks is half a heart container. Just to show that off, not even a full heart. If you have gotten to the point where you have full health, all 6 hearts, and you're down to your last heart, it will save you on magic to use the cure spell, but again, it is 8 containers. For the cost of that, you can use 4 recovery spells, which is 2 hearts. So if you only have 3 heart containers, it's way better to use, or less than 3 rather, it's way better to use the recovery spell, but otherwise you have a full heal. The problem is, you only get 14 containers in total, which means you only get 1 use of cure. You have to use recovery for the rest, or, focus on using other things like power boosts. So, for later on, that's kind of important. All right, now with that, the only other thing left here was that giant chest on top of the other pyramid, but we need the sun switch for that, so it's backtracking time. Let's start first by going to the castle, because I'm actually curious what the castle prompts are gonna be for this. I'm not sure on this one. Yo, King, you were gonna marry my wife. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, it's you, Higgins. The queen-to-be seems to be near the top of Fuwa Island. Go get him, champ. Save her now and I'll do you right, old bean. You son of a bitch. That's my wife! Let's see what Tina tells us. Also, I'm pretty sure this actually will recharge our magic, which will be perfect because we're gonna be taking full advantage of that. Higgins soon falls fast asleep, and in his dream, Tina tells him what to do for the rest of the game. Oh, I showed up immediately, sorry. We're still in the same episode, so I found the shortcut. Help me, you big hunk of a I didn't remember this line. Help me, you big hunk of a Neanderthal. I'm being held high atop Fua Fua Island. God damn it, Higgins, I love making fun of you. Hurry up and find me so we can make out. The 5 magic spells will lead you to this island. Use the Elven Flute in each of the 5 rooms which contain stone monuments. Once you find all 5 spells, you may pass on to Fua Fua Island. But you'll need the power sword to break open the rock. From there, you'll go up to my waiting arms. Now light a match under it, Buster. I'm sick of this nasty air. All right, there you go. We've got our hint for what we have to do now and for the start of the next island. I am wondering. Screw it. This will be a big episode. We'll get it all into this one. Time to use wing. Now we can go to every stage and get every missing item. Unless there's something behind a switch that I've already turned on, which I will immediately regret, because I have a feeling that's definitely the case. Warp yourself to the saunas in each island if you want to do this the fast way, unless you absolutely know of an item you've missed already. First off over here is getting hit. Secondly is the moon switch, which gets us $2,000. All right. We might actually, by the end of this backtrack, it might actually have enough for that shield. Now we can go into the first temple. You can do these in any order. I'm just going in the order of the worlds we've done. Because, you know, it just makes sense at this point. Select your Elven Flute. And shake some stones. Doing that unlocks this beanstalk. Go down here, and this is the last chest we missed on this stage, which is $1,000. Not bad, $3,000 out of this. We still can't use this warp because that goes to Fua Fua. We haven't accessed that island yet. But up here, we've got more stage. This is the most Metroidvania part of this game, hands down, is having to go back to every island, but also it's kind of a little bit of a bummer part. At least they're all new zones-ish, but it does suck that you have to literally go back and do everything again. Thankfully, I think they knew that when they developed the game, and that's exactly why you get access to the sauna warps. I think that's the only reason they do that. And thank God they do, because otherwise, like, going through all the islands again, a little, as neat as this game has been, that's a little tedious. This, like I said, this is a bit of a bummer in the grand scheme of things. But there's also this series experimenting here, so yeah, be a little forgiving with it. All this walking over here to get the light spell. There's our first spell. On our HUD now there underneath the wand, magic spell tracks which of the ones we have. Now, since we've got enough magic containers, let's just get the hell out of Dodge. All right, Poca Poca's done. Let's go to the ice stage. Now this one doesn't put us directly in front of it, but it does put you pretty close. I think this is actually one of the farthest away ones from what you need. Actually, I think down is going to be faster. Hang on. Actually, I think it's equidistant. Whatever. I mean, just do whatever you prefer. You can either go up or go down, but no matter what, you're gonna end up in the same spot. Oh. Yeah, I just had a realization. Hang on. Let's go down to the bottom and make sure I'm incorrect. I think I actually might have shot myself in the foot here and actually can't go this way. Huh. And good news, it actually was shorter to go up top. So, hey, don't do what I've done. Oops. That never happens. Oh no, you can clear that. Okay, never mind, we're fine. We're fine, don't worry. Yeah, both are options, both are viable. If you go the upward path, you drop down here directly on top of this though. So that's probably why it makes more sense to just keep going up. Play the flute again. More earth shaking. More stone shaking, and then we can move into here. There were ice blocks that were here blocking it. Now we're free to roam around, as Higgins loves to do. He loves to roam around and fart by climbing on vines. That guy's got a lot of gas, probably from all that food he normally eats. A very fruit-heavy diet. This chest contains another life bottle, the second last one. We're almost done. Now, the last island is straight up the stage, so there are actual collectibles to get there as well. So, this is it for heart containers to pick up before we get there. But we've still got a lot of magic containers we can get. So get over here and deal with the scales of justice. Jump up to raise the other ones, and obviously just stand on the other one to make it drop. Keep leaping. And then you gotta make a good old-fashioned leap of faith, which really, I probably actually should have grabbed that vine. For some reason, I thought it led down to the bottom, so I was just gonna show off what's down here. Oops. Thankfully, it's not that fat. It's not that long to get down there. The rooms aren't that big in the grand scheme of things. I think the biggest one might, I was gonna say the pyramid, but I think it actually might be the island, simply because of the gimmick of it. It's probably the only stage that actually changes the gimmick for what you need to do, and that's not in any other spot. So at least, you know, a little bit of different gameplay, but your mileage may vary if you enjoy what that gameplay is gonna be. Spell number 2 is in our possession. Keep in mind, if you know that the island shortcuts are nearby, you can take those as well. There was one directly under me to go to the lava island, which we could have just done that. But the magic's kind of faster in the grand scheme of things. That might be the only one that's actually easier and faster to do. All right, couple things to do here. First and foremost, let's turn this back on. Here we go, all 5 switches are back on. Gotta kill some more cool dogs. We've already got the downstab one, right? Yes, we already have the downstab one. So we need the other tunnel to fall down. Oh no, cool dog! No, it's a mole, I don't care. Cool mole. And now to upstab. All that for 2,000 coins! Actually, do we have? Just shy. Still need another 300 coins. Not quite there yet. But where we are is right here. More stone shaking. To unlock the next zone. God, it took more time to load back in than it did to actually use the spell. All right, more falling platforms, more jumping around, more shooting yourself in the foot because you turned on the switch too early, son of a bitch! Damn it. I knew one of the switches turning them on early was gonna screw me over. I should've known it was that one. As you notice, it's a left and right pattern for the lava pits. At this point though, just kinda don't care, just tanking it. There's the third spell. I'll save you the trouble. I don't have enough magic to do the quick warp back. I'll just see you after switching that switch off. All right, we're back. Here was what we went through all that trouble for. You get another magic bottle. There's number 9. And just to show, no more magic spells. So from here on out, it's just bonus magic points. Now, normally, this would be the point where I'd use wing and get the hell out of dodge, feather and wing. However, I do actually need the sun switch on, so I actually have to go back again to turn that back on because I jumped the gun and did that one too early. So I'm gonna go turn that back on, and then I'm gonna warp out here, and I'll catch you when we get to the next island. All right, island 4. Let's get that health back up since I decided to tank the lava damage for a bit while I was checking things. Let's change the magic to just recover. This one is one of the closer ones, thankfully, but it's also probably the most unique of the 5. But it also might give you a headache in the process. Now that we have the Elven Flute, we can activate this. And now, you might see that crack and think that means it's going to be, you know, another vine. Nope. That would be too simple. Some of you might have figured it out too, considering this was the water stage. Could be a water spout. Nope, it's a bubble. You have complete up, down, left, right control of the bubble. But if you hit any enemy or spike, it instantly pops. The bubble is also on a short timer. You'll only know if you're close to it ending and when you start flashing. So be very careful because, as I've stated before, magic cannot be used on spikes. Conveniently though, most set of spikes do end up leading you very quickly to another flat piece of ground, so you can probably heal yourself. Although I've only got 3 magic points, so I might be in trouble. Going down here, here's a magic bottle. This is the treasure chest we saw earlier from the way over there. Also, it was the one that I missed when I was doing practice runs, so I ended up scrambling through the entire map being like, what one did I miss? What did I miss? It was that one. The very obvious pit you could fall down. Go figure, huh? This chest gives us 1,000 coins, which means good news. We have enough for the shield. And since we haven't really had a shield since the ice shield, probably should go get it. Now, at this point, some of you might be thinking, would it be better to actually just wait and save enough money for the armor or the sword by actually doing the gambling? And there's merit to that. Uh-oh, there we go. See, like I said, you have just enough time to make it over there. There's merit to that, but at the same time, I don't really want to spend hours grinding that out in the casino. It's really not fun. We could try getting lucky with the actual like slot machine, but the odds of that are the odds of actually winning a regular slot machine. There we go, the aqua spell. We have enough magic. Ugh. 4 pieces. That's not gonna be enough to actually completely get out of here. So what I'm gonna do instead is get hurt. That seemed like a good idea. What I'm gonna do instead is, we have at least 1 item left to get in this zone. Because I don't know if you remember the one that we needed the star switch on for. So that spot that we needed, oh, you know, that actually might be closer to the start of the stage, isn't it? I'll show you how to get there from here anyways, but I think it actually might have been closer if we took the warp from the beginning of the stage, which means Feather would be perfect right now. But I used all the magic anyways, so I'm a little hooped unless I get a random drop from an enemy with magic. At least this means at the very least I'll remember the stage layout, and I can use this very handy-dandy shortcut. Oh, and full health, nice. Merry Christmas to me. I guess Hagen's in this case. Oh, hey! Also forgot about this. Oops. Good thing we went this way. Another magic bottle! Which means now I have enough for Feather, which means now I can actually skip what I was talking about. But we've come too far. I'm too committed, I'm too stubborn. Also, this was the one we were missing anyway, so. Here we go, star switch is on. Hello, wake up. Fine, no, screw that. All this for $1,000. Not too important in the grand scheme of things, but it's money, money's money. Let's use that 1 magic point we have and go to the casino. Tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. I have enough coins to gamble a little bit. We need 9,950 to get the shield. The boomerang we also don't have enough for. The boomerang is actually like 17, I think, 18, how much? 14,750, so we're just shy on that one. I might actually get the boomerang instead of the shield, but I feel like the shield's more helpful. I'm gonna give this 10 tries. 10 tries on Moneymaker to see if we can get anything super worth it. I'm definitely having Wario Land flashbacks as I'm saying this in my mind. If we somehow miraculously get close to actually getting the jackpot, I will save up for the sword. But otherwise, that shield is ours. But here's the problem. It's me. That's it. That's just where the sentence ends. It's me. Don't get too excited. I'm not even trying the timing on this one this time. I'm just literally leaving this up to Lady Luck. It turns out, as always, Lady Luck's kind of mad at me. Don't know what I really did. I wouldn't really hold your breath that we're gonna be getting anything on this. I made the mistake of having hope just then when I saw 2 bars appear. I should have known better. The game is hell-bent on tantalizing me. It is tantalizing me with the bars and the 7s right now. It really wants this to happen. It's so... This is why I can't go to an actual casino. For multiple reasons, but like this... I've definitely got an addictive personality. Alright, that was 10 tries. Oh my god, this is how I know I have an addictive personality, because I was about to go like, you know what, what if we did 1 race? Let's just do 1 race and just see what happens. Maybe there's something good on that 1 race, who knows? Maybe we'll get the money on that 1 race. Maybe we'll just lose all our money in this 1 race. Maybe we'll just kind of get ourselves in trouble on this 1 race. Just, you know, 1 race, just 1 more. Just 1 more. This is why I know I have an addictive personality. Thank God I have an expensive habit, as it is with game collecting. Because I don't think I could afford any other expensive habit. $782 coins out of that. Like I said, you can do it, but it's gonna take a bit. And even then, that's just gonna get us to the boomerang. I'm taking the shield. I'm gonna warn you, this is all recorded in advance, so the next episode will be recorded before this obviously goes live. So you can't tell me to save up for the shield. You can tell me what you would have done. But, like I said, that guy who decided to time himself how long it would take playing the day of the races to get everything took 3 hours. That's too long. Even for an LP, that's too fucking long. Thanks for your time. You have 2,503 coins on deposit, and now we have the light shield. So, the best shield in the game. You can leave me the hell alone, because I am definitely not coming back. Here we go. We've actually skipped a shield, as you may have noticed. I'm kicking myself a little bit, because I just remembered where that was. Vaporizes most flying objects. We now have a gold shield. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any magic points. Nope, we gotta go the long way. I'll see you over at the final island. Alright, we're back. The one bummer about not having that spell, or the magic to use that spell, is that you have to go the long way. And wow, even though this is the same episode we did this island, I forgot how long that was. So that took a little bit. However, at least this works out now, because we're here, and we can get this item up here finally, because we've hit every switch. They're all on now. Which also means I don't have to, like, attempt to jump at an early part. I can actually just take this properly, like intended. The downside, however, is... Oh, I knew you were gonna give me full magic when I got here. At least I can get out, no problem now. The real problem is this. We did all this just to get the aqua shield, the silver shield. Vaporizes some flying objects immediately. Not as good as the light shield vaporizes most flying objects. So basically, we came back and did that for nothing. That's a bummer. Oh well. Maybe we should have gotten the boomerang. But hey, we've got a shield that vaporizes most objects. It's better than some, by the actual definition. At least it's something. The final magic spell. Let's go get it. One last toot on the flute. Opens up this little path to the right. Once it loads in, there we go, that took a bit. And of course, a spit out cave as before. Let's break this. Takes a while, they really wanted you to savor this for the magic bottle. We now have every upgrade we can get for Higgins for his health and magic before actually getting to the final boss. Or to the final boss, to the final island, that is, rather. All right, well, let's just get spit back here. Which I don't know why I did that, considering that's the platform I needed anyways. I'm an idiot. Let's just go for a ride. Nice casual ride. Very excessive ride. They really wanted to drag this out a little bit. They really wanted to enjoy this pattern. So this is why I pointed out earlier, the only zone that's really different is the tropical island, because that has at least you do a mechanic you haven't done up to this point. You've done all these other mechanics or been in stages more or less that are the same. The only thing that's really different in any of the other zones was like the scale. That's about it. It's just weird, needless padding at this point. But the game is already kind of short by comparison. Like what, we're on episode 5 and because this is an LP, I've gone a bit slow and done a lot of backtracking that we didn't really need to until now. But either way, we're still only a couple hours into the game. It's not that long. Especially considering this is like a 6-island game. All right, we got everything we needed. We've got all the spells, we've got all the upgrades we can get for Higgins, other than just grinding out of the casino, and like I said, I'm not doing that. If I've done that, I've gone crazy. Or it's a bonus video. I'm not promising it as a bonus video. I'm curious about it, because as a kid, I obviously didn't grind out that stuff, because it takes forever. But I am curious to see what the damage difference is and what the damage difference is. God damn it, I'm talking myself into doing this, aren't I? Ugh. Get me out of here. With that all done, we've done everything we can. All we have left now is the final island, which we'll be getting to next time. Now you may be wondering, why did I bother warping over here if I was gonna end the video anyways? It's because I'm an idiot and forgot I was going to end the video here. Screw it, we're here. Enjoy it. See, the door's open, that's it, no special effects. It's literally, the door is open. We'll hit up the final island next time on Super Adventure Island 2, where we go save our lovely Tina. And bitch and complain about the fact that I'm talking myself into actually going to do the casino minigame. I am really an idiot to consider that, aren't I? Bye, everybody.